All, welcome back to another video. The paper I've chosen today to discuss is 2021 November 3. Let's start with data analysis spreadsheet. You work for a company planning to recycle plastic waste washed on the beaches of many islands in the Maldives. You will create a spreadsheet to calculate the cost of a return journey from the recycling center to an island to collect the plastic waste. All currency values must be in US dollars, displayed to 2 decimal places. Okay, let's begin. Open and examine the file N21 Islands. So let's open the file N21 Island. Highlight the spreadsheet and adjust the column size. All right, next. This file will be used to provide data for your spreadsheet. So you will get your answers from here. And the data must not be copied or the file changed. No changes to this file should be made, or you cannot copy and paste any answers from this file. Next, open and examine the file N21 course. Open N21 course. Adjust the column size for this file as well. Okay, next. Place in the footer right aligned. Insert footer. Scroll down to footer. On the right, type in the text course prepared by, followed by a space, your name, center number, and candidate number. Course prepared by, followed by a space, and then your name, center number, candidate number, then a space followed by on, followed by a space, then automated date. Type a space, on, space. To get the date, go to Header and Footer tab, click on Current Date icon. Click on an empty cell, you get the date there. Now let's get back to normal view. View tab, normal. Save this spreadsheet. Save this as spreadsheet with the file name N21 course, followed by center number and candidate number. File, save as. Change the format to Excel workbook and the file name N21 course underscore center number followed by underscore candidate number. Save. Okay, next. Insert 2 new rows above row 1. Okay, we need 2 rows. Highlight row 1 and 2. The entire row, right click, insert. Merge cells A1 to C1, highlight cells A1 to C1, Home tab, click on the merge icon. In the cell, type cost of plastic removal for one island. Cost of plastic removal for one island. Format the merge cell to contain a white font 26-point text on a dark blue background. Okay, let's change the font color to white, font size to 26, and then fill the cell with a dark blue background. Format the spreadsheet to look like this. Okay, row 1, the text is merged, that is, the text is wrapped within a cell in 2 lines. So apply wrap text. You have wrap text here. Click on it and adjust the row height so that you can see the text in 2 lines. And then adjust the column width so that the text is fully visible. There you go. And align it to be in the middle and in the center. Row 2 is only half visible, so reduce the row height. Next, the contents of cell A3 to A20, right aligned. Highlight A3 to A20, align them to be on the right. That's it. Now let's start with the formulas. In cell B12, place a cursor in cell B12. Enter a function to look up. So let's get the function. Find for if you are using a lookup function and it has to be from the other file. If you notice the other file, all the records are in the vertical position. So here the function we use is going to be vertical lookup. VLOOKUP. Okay, lookup value. You're looking up for the name of the island using the code entered in B11. Using the contents of B11, you will find the answer. So it is basically going to be B11. The lookup value is going to be B11. Table array. Place a cursor in table array. Open the island file. Highlight all the records starting from A2 until D86. Next, index number. You're looking up for the name of the island. You're looking up for the name of the island. Name of the island in the island file is in column B. So that's the second column. So your index number is going to be 2. And range lookup, we want the exact match of the answer, false. Click OK to get the answer there. Okay, next, in B13, place the cursor in B13, enter a function to look up again the distance of the island from the recycling plant. Okay, let's insert a function, the same VLOOKUP. B11 will be the lookup value. Table array, highlight all the records from here. Column index number, you're looking up for the distance from the recycling plant, so it is column D. Your index number is going to be 4. Range lookup is false. Okay, next, in cell B14, enter a formula to calculate the total distance traveled to the island and back. So one-way distance, we know it is 75 miles. We'll have to calculate the return distance. So it is equal to 2 times B13. That gives you the return distance. Next, in cell B15, enter a formula to calculate the number of hours the return journey will take. The formula is given here. So it is equal return distance. Return distance, we have it in B14 divided by operating speed times the contents of cell B6. So within a bracket, operating speed, if we have it in B5, times the contents of cell B6. Close the bracket. And then round this time up to the nearest whole hour. So place the cursor after equal, round up, move the cursor to the end of the formula, comma, 0. Close the bracket. Next, in cell B16, B16, enter a formula to calculate the fuel used for the journey. Equal, the formula is return journey time times fuel consumption. Return journey time is B15 times fuel consumption, we have it in B4. So it's B15 times B4. Next, in cell B17, enter a formula to calculate the fuel cost for the journey. So fuel cost, you have the fuel used for the journey and the cost per liter. So equal fuel used for journey is B16 times cost per liter is in B3. Enter. Next, in cell B18, enter a formula so that if the return journey time, so it's a condition to be checked there. So let's start the statement. If The condition is return journey time is less than 10 hours. So return journey time, we have it in B15, less than 10. If this condition is true, it has to display the value 4. So comma 4. If it is false, it has to check the next statement. So to make it easier, we'll check this first. So it is another if statement, open bracket. If return journey time greater than 15, sorry. Return journey time greater than 15. If it is true, it has to display the value 9. If both these conditions are false, then it is understood the value is greater than or equal to 10 or less than or equal to 15. So it has to display the value 6, comma 6, close two brackets, enter. Next, in cell B19, enter a formula to calculate the cost of the crew for the return journey. Each journey will have 2 crew members paid at rate A and the other crew members will be paid at rate B. Okay, so here, for example, this crew has 4 members. So meaning out of these 4, 2 of them will be paid $8 per hour and the remaining 2 will be paid $4 per hour. So you'll have to calculate the total cost of the crew. So it is equal, we know the return journey time, the total number of hours, times, open a bracket. Now let's calculate the rate for the first 2 members. So 2 times, the first 2 will get rate A, 2 times rate A, plus, now let's deduct the first 2 from the total crew. Open a bracket, number of crews minus the first 2, and then the remaining will get rate B. Yeah, close the bracket, enter. Next, in cell B20, enter a formula to calculate the total cost of the journey, which includes fuel, the crew, and the port tax. So add all of these together, equal. Total cost for the journey is fuel. Fuel used is in B17 plus the crew is in B19 plus port tax. Port tax, we have it in B9. Enter. So that's the formula. Apply appropriate formatting to all cells containing numeric values in the spreadsheet. So now you have it here, the formatting in the beginning, US dollars to be set to 2 decimal place. Okay, that's the formatting to be done. So let's apply them to the currency values. Hold the control key and highlight the cells fuel cost, cost of crew, and total cost of journey. Right click, format cells, currency, choose US dollars, and decimal place set it to be 0, no negative number. Make sure there's a second example. Click OK. We have the formatting done. Next, save your spreadsheet. Let's save this. Print your spreadsheet showing formula. Okay, so you will have to get the formula. Go to formula tab, show formula, you get the formula. But before you print, make sure the formula is fully visible. So highlight the spreadsheet and adjust the column size. Now, all these have to be added to your printout. Make sure the row and column headings are displayed. So go to page layout tab. You have to print the row and column headings. So you tick the box print. You check the box print here. Only then the headings will be printed. Next, grid lines are displayed in your printout. Grid lines must be displayed. So grid lines, click print as well. Orientation is supposed to be landscape. Landscape orientation. Contents of the cell are fully visible and easily able to read. So now let's apply. Now let's check the printout. It's already in one page. If it is not fully visible, you highlight them. Set print area under page layout. Set print area. Go to the page setup and increase the size. You either fit it to one page if it is asked to fit to one page, or you increase the size of the layout. Print preview, it shows you here. Okay, and then you choose the correct printer and click print. So that's one printout. Print your spreadsheet showing values. Now we need to get back the values. Go to Formulas tab, click on Show Formulas again. You get back the values. So highlight the spreadsheet and adjust the column size so that the text is fully visible. Now here, printout must be in portrait page. So change the layout. Orientation, change it to portrait. Row and column headings are not displayed. So untick print under headings. Grid lines are not displayed. Untick print under grid lines. Contents must be fully visible. Let's check the printout. There we have it. Okay. If it is not clearly visible, go to page setup. Increase the size of the layout. Okay. But make sure it is within one page. Okay, it has to be fully visible and clearly visible. So that's another printout. Now, change the data to calculate the cost of plastic removal for one island with a code G5. So let's change the code here to G5. Enter. Now print the spreadsheet showing the new values. So here it is again portrait. So make sure it is portrait. It's already portrait. Row and column headings must not be displayed. So row and column headings must not be displayed. Contents of cells are fully visible. So once done, this also must be printed. Okay. Next. Open and examine the file N21 chart. So let's open N21 chart. Have it. Adjust the column size. Okay. Now here, in cell B10 to B2 to B10, must calculate the average distance from the recycling center to the island in each atoll, rounded to the nearest mile. Enter a formula in B2 that displays the average distance for the islands in the first atoll, and then replicate this formula to cell B3 to B10. Okay, now in B2, you need to find the formula to calculate the average distance. So to calculate the average, it is average, but here it is with a condition. It is only to the first atoll. First atoll is Gafu. So only to Gafu you need to find. So it is a condition there as well. So it is average if, open bracket. Now the first thing you need to know is the range. So from the island, highlight the atoll. So atoll, you have it in C, column C, A2 to A86, comma. The next thing we need is the criteria. Criteria, we are looking for GAFU here, A2, comma. The next is average range. So it is the distance average. So distance, we have it in D2 to D86. Okay, close the bracket. Now here the question says it has to be rounded to the nearest mile. So you'll have to round this to a whole number, round, open bracket, move the cursor to the end, comma, 0, whole number, comma, 0. Enter. There you have it. And then we'll have to replicate this down. Okay. Next, after this, you'll have to create and fully label an appropriate chart to display this data. So, highlight, insert, recommended charts. A clustered column would be a better one. And type in the name of the chart. Could be average distance. Okay, then let's add data labels. And then axis titles. Okay, this is the average distance. Is a toll. Anything else? Yeah, just this. So we'll have to save this as spreadsheet. You'll have to copy this and paste it in your evidence as well. So let's save this file, save it as spreadsheet. No file name given, just change the format to Excel workbook and save. Okay, I hope the formula also must be shown in the spreadsheet. You take a screenshot of that and paste it in your evidence. So I hope that was clear. See you guys in another video. Thank you. Bye-bye.